Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach. I missed the whole fucking thing. I've been looking forward to this all day. My 49ers get their asses kicked by the Patriots today, but I'm like, hey, it's going to be all right. I'm going to get home in time, just in time for the main event. When have we ever seen a pay-per-view in this early? It's only 7:30. I thought they added an extra hour, and they cut a half hour. I don't want to watch story time. I don't know what this shit is. I want to see Goldberg versus Brock. I get home, just the time I think I'm going to get home in, I put my macaroni and cheese into the freaking microwave, and boom, 2 jackhammers and a spear, and it's over. I turn on the damn TV, and Goldberg is get his kid in the ring, and for some reason his kid doesn't have his shirt on, like he's getting ready to go at it with Brock next too. Damn! What the hell is this? Pissing the shit out of me. I don't even know what to say. Damn it! Son of a bitch. 2 spears and a jackhammer and we're done. Guess people paid for the entrance. That's about it. What's Goldberg? Goldberg better be fighting for the title. That's all I gotta say. What's Brock doing? Undefeated for what, 2-3 years? And he gets beat like this by some guy who's been sitting on his couch for 12 years talking about cars on TV? Damn, look at those jugs. Story time might be pretty nice after all. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here tonight. I am changed, and I'm sitting down watching WWE Survivor Series 2016 tonight. This is the beginning of the show, but I've already watched I apologize. I already know what happens at the end. I came home too late when I planned out my night to see Goldberg versus Brock. I intended to watch the entire show, but I didn't think it would end so early, and I apologize. I think most people have seen that video of Brock versus Goldberg, my thoughts of what would happen in that match, but starting from the very beginning tonight, I'm going to be watching the women's match, which is Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, led by Nikki Bella and Charlotte from SmackDown and Raw. Before the match even started, we had Nikki Bella attacked in the back. I think it was very obvious that our good friend from SmackDown, Natalya, did not want to be the coach and did want to wrestle. She did lose her chance to be a part of the SmackDown team, although she did ask, I think she was one of the first women's wrestlers to ask Daniel Bryan to represent SmackDown. This is almost like the very first season of Total Divas, where basically Natalya was being pushed to the back because of her age, and she thought she was being phased out. Then she sort of had a career resurgence. If anybody's been to house shows and has seen Natalya wrestle on those, she's freaking spectacular, and she's still got it. But WWE has never really given her the ball to be, that number one gal. She's got a title shot here or there. She had that one match at the Rumble where she teamed with Paige against the Bellas, but never really had that knock 'em out of the park sort of deal. For a while, she was even managing Cesaro and Tyson Kidd's tag team. So, it's pretty obvious that she attacked Nikki Bella. That's probably going to be the next feud for them. I'm not sure if the Carmella versus Nikki Bella feud is all over, but definitely Daniel Bryan and Team SmackDown is going to have their new whodunit mystery, much like Mick Foley and Who Ran Over Stone Cold Steve Austin, where it was finally revealed that Rikishi was in the car. But we'll see how long this storyline runs for. I thought the women's match was very good and did set up a Raw main event of Charlotte versus Bayley. Charlotte and Bayley were the remaining survivors of Team Raw as they pinned Becky Lynch to get the win. You could see Charlotte get instantly jealous that Bayley was able to pin Becky Lynch with the belly to Bayley instead of being able to soak it in. I think she wanted to be the ultimate survivor. If she could have, I think she would have attacked Bayley before, but she is going to go in the record book as getting the win. But Bayley at the end gets her ass kicked and probably is going to be the next member of Team Raw to be getting a title shot against Charlotte at the next pay-per-view. I think it's Roadblock, but I'm not 100% sure. I thought it was really cool that this year at the Survivor Series, Alicia Fox was a part of Team Raw and she wasn't eliminated. She actually even got a pinfall in this. Alicia Fox pinned Carmella. Then Fox was immediately pinned by Alexa Bliss. Naomi was counted out after Nia Jax threw her into the post. Natalya then pinned Sasha Banks with the schoolboy. Charlotte pinned Natalya with a running kick. Becky Lynch beat Nia Jax with the disarmer. And then a DDT by Alexa Bliss as well, followed by Charlotte pinning Alexa Bliss with a running kick, and then Bayley pinning Becky Lynch to end it. But then, the ass kicking came from there. So we'll see what happens with the rest of the show. I got Miz versus Sami Zayn. This should be a pretty good match, even though it's not going to be Dolph Ziggler. So we'll see what goes down on this one. All right, I normally love a match like this. You got Daniel Bryan out there. Well, basically it's the Miz trying to be Daniel Bryan, going out there against Sami Zayn. Good old SmackDown versus Raw match for the Intercontinental Championship. And they're using this damn bell finish too fucking much. Maurice is over there. She's ringing the goddamn bell when Sami Zayn's got the damn hold locked in. They're thinking that he submits and he won it. And then Miz takes forever to go over and roll up. That was a damn bad match. That was not good at all. I was expecting more. I don't know what I was expecting, but this wasn't good. Sami Zayn was really over. Of course, everybody knows he's not from Mexico. He's from Toronto. Man, I don't know. That's just dumb. Sami Zayn had the figure 4 locked in. He thought he won the belt. He thought he was bringing the Intercontinental Championship all the way back to good old Monday Night Raw. I don't know. I'd be surprised if they don't do Sami Zayn versus The Miz on SmackDown, because I think that Daniel Bryan's going to say that The Miz fucked him over again. I'm sure he's glad that he won the match. I don't know what the fuck to think. That was just dumb. The Miz out there doing the Miz kicks and shit like that. Not good. I will tell you that honestly, I think the tag team match is my favorite match that I've seen so far tonight. The tag team match from good old Survivor Series 2016 with Raw versus SmackDown, I think it really did knock it out of the park. It took a good probably 20 minutes almost for all the teams to come down to the ring, announcing 5 teams from Raw and 5 teams from SmackDown. I think that they put on a really, really good match. They went with the classic tag team Survivor Series. One fall eliminates the entire team. It takes me back to good old, Survivor Series 1988, Survivor Series, I think it was 87, 88, and 89. I think 3 years before 1990 when they decided to go with the 4-man teams instead of the 5. That they had a full-on tag team roster full enough to fill it up. For a long time, I've been asking WWE to really, make something matter with the tag team division, and finally, this is the first time I can honestly say that they've really been able to do it. I think that Heath Slater and Rhino, isn't probably the best big team in a while. They'll be here for a while. I'm surprised they honestly still have the championships. In my mind, the Usos deliver to be right in there. They had a really great match tonight going all the way to the end for Team SmackDown. They're probably going to be in the title picture sooner than later. For them, of course, Cesaro and Sheamus, the ultimate survivors from this match, they were the last number 1 contenders, and they're the newest team on them. So it's sort of like makeshift tag teams, I guess you can say, with guys that they're not doing anything with. But I'm pretty sure these guys will all be in the title picture come the next pay-per-views for their upcoming brands, whether that be TLC or Roadblock. But I thought this was a really, really good match. When it comes down to it, New Day was able to eliminate Fandango, which means that Tyler Breeze had to hit the bricks after that. Jey Uso hit the super kick on Kofi Kingston, which eliminated New Day. Gallows was able to hit the Magic Killer on Ryder, eliminating the Team Hype Bros. Jordan pinned Primo, eliminating him in Epico. Then we had Jordan was pinned by the Magic Killer. After that, by the Club. I will tell you honestly that I picked Jordan and Gable to be the survivors from this match, sort of making them really mean something on SmackDown. I'm not going to say that They didn't live up to the hype, or they really haven't been delivering for SmackDown. I'm sure they're going to have their time sooner than later. But I can honestly say that I was really expecting them to do more. I know that the big sort of, I don't know if he got thrown out or if he dived down or whatever you want to call it when he came running off the ropes, and Jason Jordan picked him up. I thought that in NXT, that Gable always was the MVP of this team. Since coming up, it really seems like Jason Jordan is the guy that they want to highlight more than anything else. From there, Rhino hit a huge gore on Gallows, where he was pinned 1, 2, 3. Immediately coming out of that, Enzo hit Rhino with the rocket launcher 1, 2, 3. From there, it was left down to the Usos going at it, and Jay, the Enzos with the splash off the top, which left it down to Cesaro, and the Usos. They went back and forth, even teasing submission finishes. Finally, it came down to Shit, I can't remember how they actually won the match now, son of a bitch. But anyways, when it comes down to it, Cesaro and Sheamus got the win for Team Raw. So Mick Foley and Stephanie were all tipped up, and they were hyped after that. But a really, really good match. You got to tip your hat to the tag team division. WWE. I was going back to those old Survivor Series days. WWE finally making it mean something and knocking it out of the park here at Survivor Series. So now we're going to the Cruiserweight Kendrick versus Kalisto match. Let's see what it brings for this one. Alright, what is up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here as we're watching Survivor Series 2016, the Raw versus SmackDown Men's 5-on-5. Honestly, in my opinion, this was the match that I was, for the most part, looking forward to more than anything else up into this last week until I really bought into Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. I thought this was a really, really good match. I think this really goes up against the 2014 Team Authority versus Team Cena Survivor Series match. I think that this is possibly one of the best Survivor Series elimination matches that they've done in a long time. They really built up the Raw versus SmackDown feud. I know that this feud hasn't been really going on that long since the draft only happened back in, I believe, June. And, here we are in October. This match would have honestly meant a whole lot more next year. But I think because a lot of the rivalries were still fresh, like when Jericho and AJ Styles, or when Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose, or Braun Strowman was in the ring with Bray Wyatt, as well as Chris Jericho, sort of playing on, whose side is he really on? Is he still with the Wyatts? Is he not with the Wyatts? A lot of these sort of feuds all tangled together so well. This really, really paid off, and this was a really, really good match. Honestly, very surprised that the outcome came with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton becoming the Ultimate Survivors. The Wyatts basically beating the Shield in the end. Lots of big surprises. Shane McMahon was a big part of this. He was possibly one of the MVPs of SmackDown before he got knocked out. He took it to Rollins. He took it to Reigns. He almost eliminated Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, of course, hit the big spear, which led to him and his concussion with him being taken out of the mat. It really didn't matter. I mean, it looked like Shane wasn't kicking out anyways, but I think the ref, midway through his 3 count, I think he sort of adjusted what he was doing. It looked like Randy Orton was going to be coming in, and it didn't look like he was waiting to make the save. It looked like he was going to be waiting to hit an RKO on Roman Reigns coming off of the pinfall. So SmackDown would immediately jump back into the game. But I thought this was a really, really good match. I really liked it when they lined up a few times. Really did like the 5-on-5 just sort of battle. They did that during the tag team one as well, where just it sort of broke down and just the tag portion and just turned into like a, the outsiders versus the Shoshas, or just a all-out battle like it would be if these guys ran into each other on the street, which made me think about that first episode of Impact on Destination America, where they had Bobby Roode and MVP basically have the rumble in the streets. But this was a really, really good match. I'm really surprised they gave Team SmackDown the win. I don't know what that means for The Undertaker. I do know that they did have a breakdown in this match with AJ Styles leading to Dean Ambrose being eliminated, and then Dean Ambrose coming back down, leading to AJ Styles being eliminated. So maybe Undertaker shows up at TLC and shows these guys what it's like to be a team, but is Undertaker really going to be mad at these guys? You know, they did attack each other and get each other eliminated, but in the end, the Wyatts led to them getting the victory. And with the Bray Wyatt and the Wyatts getting another victory here, you know, their team is getting stronger. They lose Braun Strowman to Monday Night Raw during the draft. They lose Eric Rowan to injury. So it's Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. They add Randy Orton to the group. Here they are. Bray Wyatt won in the main event of No Mercy. Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton win this Survivor Series match. So where's this going? Undertaker and Kane versus the Wyatts, Orton, Bray Wyatt, and Luke Harper. That doesn't sound very big. I've talked about this for years, that I think the Undertaker versus Kane storyline should end with them having a WrestleMania match and then basically them descending to hell if you can find some way to light the ring on fire or make it melt to the ground. Something like that. I got no clue, but the way that they've kept that storyline intact more than anything else in WWE. They fuck things up all the time, but they'll never mess with Undertaker. They never mess with Kane. Basically, they break the match down. Strowman pinned Ambrose with a power slam after Ambrose and Jericho went after each other. Then basically Braun Strowman was counted out after Ellsworth held his feet under the ring, much like he was trying to pull off being Hornswoggle or something like that. And of course, then Strowman went after Ellsworth, beating him up the ramp and then throwing him off of the ramp through a table. We have Kevin Owens, who is disqualified. They probably wanted to save him for the fact that he was the Universal Champion and didn't want him, taking a fall. He was DQ'd by hitting AJ Styles with Chris Jericho's list. And then when Chris Jericho picked the list up off the ground and was yelling at Owens that he couldn't believe that he would, mess with the list, Jericho was hit with an RKO. And that sent Jericho packing. Shane then, of course, climbed to the top rope. He tried to do the coast-to-coast dropkick, much like Rob Van Dam's Terminator, where he was met with a spear from Roman Reigns. It really looked like Shane got messed up, either like a head-to-head sort of collision there. It was 1, 2, and then the referee stopped counting, and then he just basically said, it's over and done with. Shane is eliminated. It didn't look like he was going to kick out, but maybe he was going to. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see where we go from there. But from there, Ambrose came back down, attacked AJ Styles. Security came out trying to get Ambrose away. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, they attacked all of the members of the security. Basically, because they knew that as long as Ambrose was out there, he was going to keep beating up AJ Styles. That was the only thing he was focused on, being mad for him being led to his elimination. From there, they did the Shield, the triple power bomb on AJ Styles. And then Rollins threw him back in the ring for the 1, 2, 3. Luke Harper came running down to ringside as that set up basically the Wyatts versus the Shield. Rollins went for a big frog splash on Bray Wyatt, but Orton hit him with the RKO, 1, 2, 3. He was eliminated, just leaving Roman Reigns left with Orton and Wyatt. Reigns fell to the what was it? It was basically Reigns was setting up for the spear on Wyatt, but then Orton shoved Wyatt out of the way. He took the spear, and then Wyatt hit Sister Abigail on Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. So, damn good match. Very fun. Setting up for Brock versus Goldberg right now. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you, watching Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Actually getting a chance to watch it tonight after sitting through the entire show. I was really pumped earlier, and I was really upset that I didn't get a chance to see it. Watching Goldberg versus Brock, Honestly, there's probably seems like about a 50-50 shot. People who liked it. People who hated it, hated it. I do understand it. Probably, honestly, the one person that explained it best more than anybody else was No Tweet Ryan, who basically said, that if they would have went 15 to 20 minutes, they probably would have had a bad match. People probably would have complained about it. It probably would have gone, I don't know if it would have gone down in history. The one reason why people talk about the WrestleMania 20 match is because of the fact that I guess you can say that the fans hijacked the show. Not like CM Punk at Money in the Bank, not like the ECW match between Batista and Big Show, not like, Daniel Bryan in Seattle during the Slammies that year, but, they did take it over, and it basically got in the head of Goldberg, got in the head of Brock Lesnar. Both of those guys weren't going to be showing up to work the next night. That was the last night. Both of them were going to be working in the company. We've heard interviews from just about everybody that's been involved. Even Stone Cold Steve Austin said that match was the drizzling shits. So it was what it was. But tonight's match, the things that make me wonder is that, it's already been come out and it's already said that Goldberg is going to be working the Rumble. Does that mean he's going to be in the Rumble? Does that mean he's going to be getting a championship match against the Universal Champion, or maybe even against the SmackDown Champion? As it is in storyline, Goldberg's been appearing on Monday Night Raw, but he's not on a brand. And so, a lot like Undertaker just showed up on SmackDown. It is what it is. And says that he's going to be around more often. Goldberg, is he a free agent? Is he going to Raw? Is he going to SmackDown? What is he going to do? He says he wants to be a superhero so his kids can see how big and bad he is. Is he going to work as many matches as he could? He's really over. People are really responding to him more than just about anybody else in the ring. How did they get Brock Lesnar to do this? Brock Lesnar doesn't like putting people over. Is it a deal like the Honky Tonk Man, where they basically told Brock that he was going to lose tonight, and Brock said that he wasn't going to lose, and so this was the only way they can do it, is that if Brock basically decided to go out there and take 2 spears and 1 jackhammer, I'm not sure. This is probably going to be one that, we don't know the other side of the story for a while. It reminds me a lot of like Honky Tonk Man against the Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam back in the day. So, just about it. 2 spears and a jackhammer. Goldberg wins. I guess we're going to see him again at the Rumble. I would guess that as over as is right now, I'm guessing he's probably going to wrestle at WrestleMania, even though I thought he would be the guy going into the Hall of Fame. So we'll see what goes down. I thought this was a good show. Definitely match of the night was the men's 5-on-5 tag match. I had a ton of fun watching that one. Almost an hour long. Then you got Goldberg and Brock going 90 seconds. It is what it is. Talk to you guys later. Peace out, everybody.